Pantera bassist Rex Brown recently sat down with Gibson TV for the latest episode of their Icons series, and they discussed his acclaimed career and the legacy of Pantera. They also discussed the strained relationship between the Abbot brothers and vocalist Phil Anselmo. That 2004 interview that Anselmo gave to Metal Hammer, in which he said he felt that Dimebag Darrell deserved to be viciously beaten. He said that Vinnie Paul never got over that statement, and that in some ways he blamed Phil Anselmo indirectly for his brother no longer being with us. Of course, Dimebag Darrell was tragically shot and killed while performing with Damage Plan on stage in Columbus, Ohio. Now, before we get to that, I want to welcome each and every one of our returning viewers back. Many of you have not yet subscribed. If you could take just a quick moment to hit that subscribe button, we would greatly appreciate it. Heavy metal legends Pantera are in the midst of a historic reunion, billed as a series of celebration shows to honor the legacy of Pantera and the Abbot brothers. The band enlisted guitar virtuoso and close friend of the Abbot brothers, Zakk Wylde, on guitar, and drumming legend Charlie Benante of Anthrax, also close with the Abbot brothers. And their first two performances have been very well received, with audiences raving about the intensity of the show and the similarities to Pantera's previous sound. We previously spoke about Kiss frontman Paul Stanley, who said he was thrilled about the shows and said that Zakk Wylde and Charlie Benante clearly did their homework. Kiss frontman Paul Stanley was beloved by the Abbot brothers. Kiss was, of course, their favorite band. Now, in a brand new appearance on Gibson TV for their Icons series, Rex Brown sat down to talk about his musical career and the career of Pantera in depth. They covered a number of very interesting subjects. You can watch the entire thing at the link in the description. One of the subjects that came up, though, was the relationship between Phil Anselmo and the Abbot brothers. One of the subjects that came up was a 2004 Metal Hammer interview with Anselmo, in which he said, referring to Dimebag, physically, of course, he deserves to be beaten severely. Rex said of that comment, the Phil thing, yeah, it just got gnarly. We don't talk about that shit in the fucking press, fellows. Dimebag Darrell was tragically shot and killed in December of 2004 while performing on stage with his band Damage Plan in Columbus, Ohio. Rex Brown spoke about that complicated relationship between the Abbot brothers and Phil Anselmo in this new interview with Gibson TV, and he said that Vinnie Paul felt that Phil Anselmo was the reason his brother was dead, and that he personally disagrees with that. He said he would not have anything to do with Phil, period. He thought that that was the reason his brother was dead. I disagree with that. I think that this was a nut that had already been out planning and premeditating whatever move he was going to make. Now, of course, it's important to note there is no link between that interview that Phil Anselmo gave and the actions of that terrible, crazed individual on that night that we lost Dimebag Darrell. And of course, now Phil Anselmo is committed to honoring the legacy of the Abbot brothers with these celebration shows. Pantera is currently in South America. They're performing these shows with very, very positive reviews, might I add. And even again, Paul Stanley said he was thrilled about it and that Charlie Benante and Zakk Wylde have clearly done their homework. These U.S. shows have not yet been announced outside of that incredible Metallica Stadium tour that we have. It's unclear if there are going to be additional dates, but you can probably count on that occurring based on the popularity of these shows so far. Again, thanks so much for tuning into Rockfeed. If you haven't subscribed yet, do me a favor, hit that button really quick and check out the recommended video up on your screen.